Did you bring some green?
Yeah.
Would you like to smoke some now?
Yeah, come on.
You want to have? While we have the chance.
Oh yeah, beautiful coat open.
Yeah.
we're oh shit, we're recording. Oh god, destroy it! Destroy this computer!
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, no, that's a perfect segue actually. Like, okay, so for one, weed is legal here now.
Yeah, in this place where
yes.
we are.
And so,
Yes.
yeah, very freshly legal. And I was actually at the gas station the other day, and I had to get some blunt wraps for a friend.
Or anything.
Oh yeah, okay. So I had to get like some blunt wraps, and then I was kind of like, I went into it the way I used to, like, hey man, I need a particular thing, and then he was like, you don't have to talk like that anymore.
Yeah.
And I was just kind of like, yeah, but I miss it.
Yeah.
It's like I miss the rush.
It's like being
Yeah.
secretive,
Yeah, I want that adrenaline rush again. Of like, I'm doing something illegal. That shouldn't be.
That was half the high.
Mm-hmm. Like, why is it?
But I was gonna see, did you guys want to? I know you said you don't have like an automatic knowledge of like the philosophy of each color in the color pie. So I didn't know if you guys wanted me to kind of go ahead and go over like the generalized.
I think for him you
definitions of
should.
each one.
I remember a lot of it because I think you've explained it to me before.
Yeah, 'cause I think I already have written down what colors I think you guys would be.
Yeah, and I always could use a crash course as a refresher.
Yeah, but basically each of the 5 colors kind of has a thing, personality trait, if you will.
I know black is death.
Well, not exactly. I mean, black is death, but everything dies. Black, it would be more accurately described as like self-interest.
Self-interest.
Yeah, black is the
Yeah.
color of it's the color of narcissism. It's the color
Okay.
of self-preservation, of looking out for number one, putting
Gotcha.
yourself above other people.
And their own self-interest of staying alive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, so if you start with like white, white is basically your meat and potatoes Law and Order color.
Yeah.
Is that like the holiest of the colors? Then?
It does tend to intertwine most with religion, but only because white's technical purview is order. Like, it wants to keep things in order. It wants to keep people safe by creating a society where there are rules and laws, and where there's a way things are done, and there's a process, because that's helps keep things in order and keeps people safe as long as we do things the right way.
I gotcha.
So white's very much like that. And then you have blue, which that is like the color of knowledge, the color, somebody that wants to know everything. A scientist would usually be blue, especially a research-based scientist, someone who is doing something on a new horizon, a new field or something that's kind of never been studied before. That would be a very blue thing. So it's all about unraveling the mysteries of the universe and understanding things. And then we already talked about black a little bit, where it's all about self-interest. But it also, there's what's the right word? There's like a selfishness, an aspect to it, where frequently it's seen as kind of cruel. You're kind of indifferent to whatever happens to other people, as long as black's getting what it wants. That's however the personality trait would be someone who would sacrifice other people for their means. Basically the opposite of white in that respect, where it's like you would put the greater good above your own self-interest. Black would prioritize their own self-interest above anything else. And then red is like the freedom. Your first thought, your first emotion, your first feeling, your first reaction. Like, that's red. That's you. Your zero state. Without any, thoughts, any contemplations on what you want to project to the world or that kind of thing. So, that's kind of... And then green is all about the nature. So it would, if something is, however it was born, however it was made, however it grows, that's how it's perfect. You don't need to change it.
Honestly, like, from what I've seen from green, it almost feels overpowered, because it's like a lot of them will be like, if this amount of land, X is this amount of land, and then like they have a fucking juggernaut all of a sudden.
Yeah, well, and that's very true, because green has the biggest creatures, generally speaking.
Yeah. And then it's like you get that, and then you get the ones that are producing more land.
Yes. Yeah,
they're good at that.
game wise, like, it's gonna be the strong.
Yeah.
So, it's the strong creatures color.
Yeah, in the context of the game, green is very strong creature-wise. But every color, kind of has... they all do things just slightly differently. But, Yeah, I was thinking it might be kind of fun for shits and giggles. For like I said, I've already written down what color I think you guys would be were you to be magic. Were you to be magic users of some kind, planeswalkers.
Yeah.
But if you guys were interested, then we could. You can write
this
down.
and this isn't from like these are the colors I like to play. It's like if you were to be thrown into the magic world, these are the colors you'd be, kind of a thing.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and that's why I'm trying to separate that from like
Yeah,
the
more
colors
like,
I
but I mean, it's not
Yeah.
completely separated.
Right.
I gotcha. Okay. I'm not sure. I don't know.
We doing
what you guys say?
We're doing a max of colors or anything like that, or
I think I
colors?
picked 2 for each of you, but you could do as many as you want.
okay, cool.
Okay.
But I got a notepad there. If you have an idea, you can write it down and tear the paper
We're
out.
doing ourselves also.
Yeah, you don't have to write it down. I didn't write down what I think I am, but I do know.
Okay.
But I like the whole philosophy. I saw a YouTube channel. I don't know. Should I say the name of a YouTube channel if I want to? Because I haven't communicated with him, but he inspired me.
I mean,
for
that's
a little
fine.
bit.
Yeah.
So, but the YouTube channel is Dice Try, like all one word.
Okay.
But he's got some really good stuff on the color pie philosophy that I've enjoyed watching.
Nice.
So, but yeah, he's the one that suggested using it in place of the alignment scale. And I think that might be cool. I try to think of what color my
in
D&D
D&D and
characters,
stuff.
yeah,
Yeah.
what color my D&D characters would be if they were,
Right.
magic planeswalkers.
Okay, so then black, red, white, green. What was the color again now? Blue. What was blue?
It's the knowledge-based
The knowledge
The
one.
knowledge one. Okay, I gotcha.
Yeah. And there is also a quiz that you can take, but I mean, I don't know how long it would take. I would say it would probably take 10 or 15 minutes because it's like 175 questions, but they are all like one-word questions, like how much do you associate this with yourself,
Gosh, that's really hard to think of, like, which 2 I would be.
Well, if you think it'd be 1 or if you think it'd be more than 2. The reality is every person has percentages of all 5, probably.
Right.
Yeah.
But if you were to just take the 2 traits you think are strongest within yourself, and then, me and Dyson, respectively.
Still trying to think of what. Like I have 1 color each for you down so far.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to think of the other ones that fit best.
Wait, are we thinking of just us or for also?
I was thinking just us that are here.
Well, I meant like, am I also thinking of what I think you guys are, or am I just thinking of?
Yeah, all 3 of us.
Yeah, for
Okay.
yourself
Yeah.
and the 2 of us. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. That's interesting.
I think so, because there's a lot to consider when it comes to the color philosophy, and compared to I don't know. I guess if you were to try and compare it to like the alignment scale on D&D, then mono white would probably be lawful good,
Yeah.
and then red black would probably be chaotic evil,
Right.
because that would be like
Bluebird
freedom.
would be like true neutral.
Yeah. So
Gosh, I don't know.
yeah, once Dyson's got his thought of and written down, then he can. So you got time to
Yeah.
think.
Yeah, I'm still thinking.
But you played some Magic, right?
Some magic.
So
yeah.
you're how much of it has been Commander?
all of it.
All of it?
Yeah.
So that's probably why green seems really strong to you as well, because in the context of Commander especially, green is a pretty strong color.
I gotcha.
Yeah, I do have 2 main colors for both of you guys, and I'm thinking a third will help me.
Yeah. I think
Kinda
I
like
only
even it
picked
out.
2 colors for each of you guys right off
Mhm.
the bat, but
Yeah, I do have it listed for 2 colors for each of us for sure. Those are the 2 colors I think of the most for each of you.
yeah. I have also taken the quiz once before and got my official answer from the quiz.
Gotcha.
And what was your description of red again?
Red is the impulsive freedom color. It's
Okay.
emotional, impulsive, expressive, impatient. All those are nouns.
Okay, then I think I know.
Nouns.
Okay, I got
The other one.
I think I got mine.
I think I know which one I am then.
Cause I'm curious. Another thing I'm curious about is how they're going to
See
compare to
ourselves.
each other.
Yeah, and that too.
See how we see ourselves compared to how we see each other.
Yeah, people see each other and themselves a lot differently. So.
All right. Okay. Well, let's see how you guys.
So what'd you
are.
put for yourself?
Starting
Brandon?
with the noob.
Yeah.
Ready yourself to make fun of them.
Yeah, you got to go from, least knowledgeable on magic all the way to the, more knowledgeable person.
That's fair.
Do
you guys
no
wanna-
such thing as an expert on magic.
Yeah, not even the designers.
Yes.
Well, which one do you guys want to know first?
Do you first?
Do me first? Okay, with me, I chose red and green.
Red, green.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
What was your logic on that?
So, with that, is like red because like when it comes to emotions, I can be very impulsive, and also like they can get out of hand and a bunch of other dumb shit. So yeah, that's why I went with red because I'm a pretty emotional dude.
Yeah.
And green because of the fact that I do love animals. And like you can ask Kaylee, any fucking wild animal that comes to our door, I'm googling how to domesticate it. But anyway, most of them are illegal, by the way.
That's true. Although Missouri's like the best state to do it in if you wanna. Like we have the most lax.
Oh really?
Yeah, for wild animals.
For wild
being
animals.
domesticated,
Yeah.
Okay.
And
okay.
exotic
I'll have to-
animals. So I think
Yeah,
there's only
the
a few
Florida
states
of
that
the
have
Midwest.
less. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
Florida's one of them maybe, but well, no, Florida's got.
They can be strict on some.
Yeah,
but-
just because of invasive. Anyways.
Yeah, invasive species. Yeah.
Okay. Well, for both of you, I had blue.
Yeah.
Because I think that you're both very knowledgeable and certainly way smarter than me.
Oh.
Feeling all tingly.
It's like
I'm gonna start becoming a red.
Doing the flattery.
But for the secondary, Dyson, I put you as white
White,
because
okay.
I can see you more as you. I don't know if you'll agree with me if I said that you seem to have your life together, but I mean you at least can seem to maintain family just fine, and
Like
what
an order to things.
like
Yeah.
what you need to go through to deal with them, and also like I don't know, I just feel like you have yourself in order that way.
Yeah.
I for one don't I say hello to my grandma like once a year.
Right. Yeah.
Both mine are dead.
Yeah.
Do you at least say hi to them through
Yeah, like Memorial Day.
links?
One of them.
All right. Moving on, and also you're probably like the most religious out of all our friends. I feel like.
Yeah, but I don't care when the jokes are made either.
Maybe.
Because
No,
I'm
yeah.
not super religious either.
Well, because it's like you're not dumb about it.
Yeah,
It's like,
but there's no one who should be.
yeah, you understand that you're going to have your bias, and every bias needs to make fun of.
Yeah,
That's
100%.
one thing that's great about you, is you're not afraid
Yeah.
to make fun of everything.
Yeah,
Yes.
I grew up watching South Park. I have to be.
It's either all funny or none of it.
Or,
is.
exactly.
And then for your secondary, I put green.
Oh.
And
So
I
I'm blue-green.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
that's fine.
You actually it's not.
No, no. You're
So like that's the weakest color combo, but whatever.
No, it's actually probably the opposite.
It's very strong.
It's one of
Oh,
those
is it
that
strong?
it's very strong, but like what's the
Okay,
right
yeah.
word? Dirtily. It tends to you do a lot of big stuff, but you don't necessarily have a way to end the game.
Yeah.
It's like I made 10,000 mana. I don't know how to win with it.
Yeah.
But I
I
have
have
it.
nothing to spend it on.
But I
But
mean,
there's a lot of it.
I mean, yeah, that one's pretty straightforward. You are a farmhand, and
I do
you
that,
clearly love animals.
I do
mean,
like the animals, even if they annoy me.
Well, you and Pickles have been
Yeah.
bonding.
Oh,
About
yeah.
this.
Pickles a good kid.
All right. Well,
So what's you, Mr. Dyson?
I agreed with what he said for me because I put blue-white for
You
myself.
put blue-white for yourself?
Yeah, I
Nice.
did. And for Soren, for you guys I did 3 colors.
Okay.
For Soren I did blue, black, white.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And for Brandon I did red, green, blue. Because there's a little bit there's times where you really research and dive into stuff and get knowledgeable about certain things. You know, you'll deep dive into stuff.
That's because I'm autistic.
Yeah, well,
Well, blue is the autism color, though.
yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, so we're all a little bit autistic.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
I mean, don't you have to be to have a podcast?
Well, God, way to really fucking frame it.
Now I'm just thinking of all the podcasts I listen to and their people. Yeah. Holy crap, that's great. Yeah, I mean, when I thought about the colors, I was like, reason I did blue, black, white for you, Soren. Black, not really, because you're not like a selfish prick or anything like that.
I appreciate it.
But like,
yeah.
I could see you being like, I know my way.
Pragmatic?
Yeah, a little bit, but like I know my way is better and more efficient, so like let's do it that way because it makes sense, you know. Yeah, from like a logical standpoint, I think is where the black comes from.
I see where you're coming
and then the
from.
white, like the order of things, like okay, like everyone chill out with this thing, like you know, I see it come out when a lot of people DM of like, okay, let's well, we're gonna do it this way because that's what
just
is
keep
the
going.
most fair.
Yeah.
You know, fairness is the white, and then the blue, obviously the knowledgeable, and earlier, you know, the obsessing over things, like very blue thing, yeah. And then with Brandon for the red, it was like, you know, there's things you react to emotionally for sure.
Mm-hmm. You know, he knows a lot more about me than you do. It's because like, out of all my friends, I tell him like the shit that I wouldn't tell anybody else.
Yeah.
Occasionally, I'll hear about a venting type message, not describing your secrets, but that you'll message Dyson like, "What the fuck is about this one?" Wow.
Yeah, like a family thing that was going on. Like, oh boy, his family's driving him crazy again. You know,
But,
just something. Yeah, and then
You know a lot.
and then the red for that. Green, I agree. You know, I knew you're a guy who likes animals and all that stuff and nature. So, yeah, and then like I said earlier, the blue is like, you can dive deep into stuff and you know, try and be, you know, get knowledgeable on certain things when you want to. So,
you know, it's like what's frustrating.
You have the potential, you know.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
That's literally all like what all my teachers said.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, you've shown it too, you know. You're not an idiot.
If I try.
Yeah. If I had a third color, I'd probably throw red in there too because of the thing I was telling him, that brain test. I got the perfect 50 where it said I was perfectly in sync, where it's like, I react to things both logically and emotionally at the same time. Like how it makes me feel and I think about it. So I'm like, okay, well, I guess, I could do kind of act that way. So.
Like you don't like listening to people that you think are wrong or stupid, even if they're in a position of authority.
Oh,
and that's a very red perspective.
No, no, for sure. Yeah, no, if I don't have respect for people, it's very hard for me to listen to them.
Yeah. So it's like the white would say,
anything.
well, they're in charge though, but the red says,
that's why I don't just tell them off all the time and completely
that's
just
the
do
blue.
anything. Yeah, exactly. Right.
It's like,
well,
pick your battles.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Thanks for that. Yeah, I would be like question authority. Yeah.
So
I
I got you guys written down here. I'm gonna say this first because it's hilarious, but I put white glue for you.
Yeah.
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 So
that is amazing.
Everyone, including Dyson,
like, damn, I'm easy to fucking figure out.
Or you know who you are.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, so do we.
Because you. Well, yeah, but it's only because you do. So.
Yeah.
But for you, and I mean the same reasons. Like, also from my perspective, you do, like Brandon said, you're like the most responsible person, I think, of like my personal friend group.
Yeah.
So at least from my perspective.
You have my mom to thank for that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. She nailed it into me over my life. So yeah.
Oh yeah. My mom is very much the opposite. She's very. She's more the emotional.
Oh, my mom's
source
super
in my life,
chill though, and like super nice. It's just like.
Oh, my mom's nice, but chill is not a word you would use to describe her.
No, my mom can also be very chill. Brandon many times has said nice things about my mother. So.
Oh yeah. Oh, I love my mom. She's great. Every time I've talked to her, she's.
Yeah, exactly. So, but she's like, yeah, let's be like, when you're older, you don't want to be, unresponsible and stuff. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't look down on anyone who's like that. She's like, but as my child, you will be.
Yeah.
There are rules for being my kid. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. It's like, I love it.
And being little, I'm like, as a kid, I was like, well, I trust my parents, when I was a kid. So
I just love that thought. of a parent being like, I get it, you know, I was a kid, totally understand, but now let me introduce you to the fear of God.
Yeah, exactly. It's like there were rules to be her kid, so which one of them that wasn't as important, but this was more of like something she wanted us to do, was like learn an instrument, so which I already planned to. It was my brother that was kind of, reluctant.
Luckily, my mom gave up by the time I came around.
Yeah.
So I got to get away with not doing the band stuff because my siblings were forced to do it. And then whenever I literally just quit without telling my mom, and then whenever she questioned it, I was just like, not gonna fucking do it. And then she was just, she was like, whatever.
Yeah, there you go.
It's like, and then that pissed my siblings
I guess I'm blue-white or light-blue.
Yeah. What was the color identity you put for yourself again?
I put red and green.
Red green for yourself? Okay. So it's interesting. I noticed something. You put blue in both of ours, and Dyson and I put blue in both of ours. But I put yours as red-blue, so Dyson and I both put blue in yours, even though you didn't, which I think is interesting.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, because I think people give me way too much credit for being smart.
Well, I'm not sure if it could also be a little bit, like, not that I don't think you're smart, but it could be narcissism on our part too, because if we put blue in our own color identities, that means on some level we think of ourselves as intelligent.
Yeah.
But I'm assuming, would see at least the similar things in you that cause us to think that. So, but I put red-blue because that's definitely the creative but impulsive but intelligent but weird, but that's definitely that color combination.
I
think that's pretty you.
Whenever I look at stuff, I fucking research it.
Yeah.
So I was like, that's definitely the blue in me. I'm like, I fucking research the hell out of stuff.
But the one for myself was Brandon got the closest because I actually took the test a while back, and I do think of myself as the colors the test assigned me to. So,
nice.
But it's red, blue, green.
Red, blue, green.
Yeah.
Really? I can definitely see that though. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. I was like, man, black's gonna sound negative, but I totally don't mean it that way.
No, it actually doesn't. I'm not worried about it.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, like you said, we probably all have a little bit of color.
Yeah, everyone has a little bit of everything, and I think black is just where the pragmatism comes from. The decision, like, this maybe is gonna upset people, but I'm gonna do this. So.
Yep, I've definitely done that.
Yeah.
A lot, and mostly with bosses.
Yeah.
Can I just say, I am so surprised of how accurate we got each other.
I mean, we've known each other for several years at this point.
Yeah.
We have, but I was still nervous about it. It was like,
Just getting someone completely opposite or wrong.
Yeah, it was like,
from like how
we're all gonna be all over the place.
Yeah.
And it was like, okay, fucking remember when we did that the 100 subscriber special?
Oh,
we did,
yeah. We were guessing the games and everything.
We were also very new. Most of us are still pretty new to it.
Yeah, I hardly knew each other at all at that
point. We didn't really know Sora well.
It was like whenever.
Like me and you knew each other pretty well, and like me and Will knew each other really well, and you knew.
But then as soon as the camera turned on,
Will, so I knew Will the best.
Like as soon as the camera turned on, I forgot everything I knew about every one of you guys. I swear.
No shit, right?
Yeah, like, because even like remember in the middle of that when Will was like, whenever it was like, what was your favorite video game? And I fucking know the answer.
Yeah.
But that motherfucker psyched me and was like, guys, I think it was this. And
I think you said one of the Ratchet and Clank. So it's like,
it's
my favorite series. Yeah.
Then you're like, wait, no, is that what?
No. He like psyched all of us. He was fucking with us. Yeah.
I didn't know
that we all went with that answer.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I think that you just said, like, I think that was our final answer.
So it's Paper Mario like 1,000 Year Door, right?
That's my favorite game of all time.
Yeah, because I think we did that as our final answer, and then whenever you said that, it was so fucking devastating to me. It's like, weren't we, like, just at your house where you have the fucking screensaver of
my
it?
My screensaver is straight up covered Paper Mario 1,000 Year Door on my computer. Yeah. Like, it's the name and, like, the logo and everything, and the background is, like, a bunch of stuff from the game, but all the characters are lined up. And even some of the villains at the very bottom, so you can just see all of them.
Nice. Yeah. That was such a disappointing moment.
Yeah, I mean, I remember, I guess your favorite animal is your least favorite animal, a fox, so...
Oh, yeah. Yeah! I was like, I fucking hate foxes.
Yeah. I remember saying that, and being like, oh no, I forgot. It just made me laugh so hard. Because I was just like, because I had no idea, so I just like guessed around, and it was around the time where we were hearing all the baby ones scream.
Oh, yeah.
And almost demon screeches, so I was like... Because they were doing that, I was like, oh, that was the first animal that came to mind.
Yeah, fox.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know if anyone guessed my favorite animal right.
I don't remember. remember. It's been long enough since we've done that.
Yeah,
I don't remember most of that.
Ducks are my favorite.
And I haven't watched the video.
Yeah,
I never watched
it. Super long. There's just specific moments I remember that were really funny, like that, and like just completely opposite. Yeah, I love me some ducks though.
Yeah, the ducks are cool, even if they are, rapey.
Yeah. Besides that, they're really cool.
Yeah. I guess
that's just like birds.
Water-based birds, like the birds that fly and swim, also tend to have dicks. I'm not sure what the connection is because most other birds don't.
Yeah,
but
that reminds me. So we went and watched Adam Savage speak at a panel.
Mm-hmm.
Did I tell you guys about the deleted scene from Ghostbusters? Or not Ghostbusters?
From Ghostbusters.
Mythbuster.
I guess not.
Okay, so
like,
did I tell you that?
Rate somebody on Ghostbusters?
No,
I don't think you told me.
Okay,
yeah.
So basically what happened was it was about like a 10-minute segment that was supposed to fill in the episode, but then like the main part of the episode, things were going so badly, and that's what you kind of want to happen, is they had to cut it for time because this was more interesting. So basically what it was is like he had a friend who goes to Canada and hunts, and at a buddy's house, and his buddy like has a duck pond. And what he does with the duck pond is he just takes like a carved out pumpkin and he'll put it in the pond and he'll just leave it there for about a week. He goes back, he puts his head in the pumpkin, he waits for the ducks, and then he just yanks them underwater. And the other ducks will not give a shit because it thinks it's just a harmless pumpkin. And they don't see any actual threat.
That's hilarious.
Yes. So they did that, and it worked, and it will not see the light of day.
Damn.
They're like, damn it.
You don't want that information to get out to the public. The ducks will go extinct if everybody needs to figure that out.
Oh my god, actually, yeah, imagine how many fucking drowned ducks there would be in a year.
I mean, surely you snap their neck underwater instead of drowning them.
Yeah, I mean, you would.
Yeah,
you grab the foot and pull it down.
Like, the point is to catch it, maybe not necessarily kill it.
Oh, I thought they were hunting ducks, but I mean,
yeah, you can hunt. I mean,
I've never had duck. I've heard it's very greasy if you don't cook it right.
It is greasy if you don't cook it right. That is very true.
But yeah, personal preference.
I've never tried to cook it, so I've never been.
Yeah, I haven't cooked it myself, but I've definitely had it.
I usually cook. I cook the fuck out of some chicken, but.
I like making myself some hoagies.
Hoagies are good.
Hoagie guy.
I do fried chicken. I can do baked chicken or grilled chicken.
Put a bunch of turkey and chicken and cheese, and I warm it all up in the pan and have the cheese melting on it, and then I just scoop that out. And
we actually tuned last night. Yeah, I think it was last night. I made a casserole that was like chicken, cream cheese, jalapeno. So jalapeno popper chicken.
Did any of the schools you went to ever have tater tot casserole?
I don't remember having tater tot casserole.
It's that I have never really heard of any other people having it, but Golden City has it.
Probably because you guys are such a small school, though.
Maybe, but it's amazing.
It's cheap.
Yeah, and it's great.
We make it here because it's cheap.
Yeah. Except for people who don't like tater tots. They hate it. But.
You mean psychopaths? I don't know. Sorry, I guess if you don't like tater tots, sorry, Dyson.
Oh, are you calling my daughter a psychopath?
Your daughter? Possibly.
Honestly, she's a little psychotic when it comes to potatoes. She's not a fucking psychopath, but she will absolutely dominate McDonald's fries, and then any other type of potato.
That's
absolutely
how
not.
Talon is. He will eat only fries, or he doesn't like any other potato until he. He's finally working now because he's done with school and everything, making the big bucks working in Kentucky. He tried mashed potatoes. He had to go to his orientation. Food was there, and he's like, "Oh, great." He's like, "Well, since it's being catered, I guess I'll eat everything, even the stuff I don't like." But he took that bite of mashed potatoes. He's like, "Wait a minute,
I'm missing out."
Wait a minute, I like this. So now he's eating potatoes like crazy, just everything he can.
And potatoes are good.
Both my mom and my dad don't like hash browns or tater tots.
Really?
And I'm like, how am I your guys' kid?
Yeah.
I really don't understand how you just
And then my mom and dad, they both don't like spicy food. I think I picked up the like of spicy food from my stepdad because he was in a coma for a couple days when he was in high school from a car crash he was in.
Oh yeah.
And after that, he kind of has problems with depth perception and also with his taste. So he doesn't taste things as well anymore, and he doesn't. There's also a temperature problem there where things are too hot or too cold. He doesn't know it right away until they can already be hurting his mouth. So
That's
to
nuts.
taste things better, there's always hot sauce on his food, or he likes spicy food a lot. Because he likes spicy food so much, I started eating it more as a kid, and I'm like, now I love spicy food.
Oh, spicy food's amazing.
Yeah, it's great, but yeah, my mom and dad both hate it.
I love spicy food.
Yeah, I'm like, man, I don't know how. But then again, my dad will just like, he will take blocks of sharp cheddar cheese and cut them into giant pieces and just like eat it like an apple. Like,
Okay,
but like extra sharp cheddar.
I mean, I'll eat just extra sharp cheddar, but I
Yeah.
usually cut it into like sticks or slices.
I do
instead of a big
slices.
chunk
I like
an
thin
apple.
slices. I can eat an entire thing as long as it's thin sliced the entire way. But he can eat chunks, and I'm like, what is?
That's a little much.
Yeah, yeah. I'm like, okay, so I am definitely a little bit autistic because both of my parents have to be.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like not a chance that you're not.
Yeah, because my mom is like a huge like texture picky food kind of, which I got that from her, like the way things feel. I can't get past it. Like it can be the best tasting food ever, but if it feels
weird
to me, then I can't eat it. It just like ruins my appetite. And she's really big on that because there's other food that I can eat that she can't. She doesn't like any kind of gristly meat. I'm like, gristly? I don't care.
Yeah,
gristly
it's
meat?
fine.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people that won't eat meat off a bone.
I get that.
I will. Yeah.
I mean, I will, but
Yeah.
I get.
She will. She'll eat bone. Meat off the bone. Yeah.
Well, and also there are alternatives to even having bones in the first place.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
yeah. So it's like it's not even necessary.
No, but it's never bothered me, like, drumsticks or ribs or whatever, what have
Yeah.
you.
You guys' parents are big like summer sausage people.
Yeah, Dad likes summer sausage.
Yeah, my dad's the same way. So now it's getting warmer. I'm sure he's gonna start filling the fridge with it. I'm excited to go see him. Get some summer sausage.
I honestly, my family was too, and I'm kind of over summer sausage. I'll eat it on occasion, but
I'm a big fan
Deer
of
summer sausage is...
okay, deer summer sausage.
It's the fucking bomb.
Dude, deer jerky.
Deer jerky is the shit.
Actually, you know what? My brother gifted us a bunch of deer sausage.
Yeah?
And he usually makes like really
Deer
good.
burger.
Yeah,
like
he
deer burger,
usually
too.
makes like really good meat and shit because he's been doing it all his life, and I hated it. Like,
Really?
I was like, I didn't like it at all, and it was like, I couldn't even remember the last time I had the deer sausage, and so I'm wondering if just don't like them.
Maybe it was just extra gamey deer?
I wouldn't understand it though. Like, yeah, it could have just been like, been a bad
gaming can
batch
make
or just a
things
weird.
not great.
I mean, if it was a male deer or if it was an older male as opposed to a younger one, or
It'd
any
definitely
kind
be gamey.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, okay, yeah, knowing my brother, he's gonna be given, he's gonna be keeping the premium for himself.
Yeah, he probably kept a young. He probably kept a young butt.
The
Yeah.
youngish doe, I think, is where you get the prime deer meat
Yeah.
that's least gamey.
Yeah.
Like 2 or 3 year old doe.
Well, fuck, tell my brother this.
I mean, he's a hunter. I'm sure he knows.
Yeah.
Probably gave you the one made out of the buck.
Yeah, the old buck.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think we do need to wrap up this podcast. So
Yeah, I
thank
think
that's
you,
good.
anyone who is listening. And you guys got anything to say?
I think we can
No,
tell
I
them
think
that they
we're
can
good.
like and subscribe.
Yeah.
Oh,
do some
yeah.
Interaction.
We haven't done that once.
I did it the first time, and then
Oh
we
my
wrapped
God.
up.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
too pure, you guys. We
I
have
know.
to- we
Yeah,
gotta
that's
get
why
on
you
this.
should
I'm
like and
ready to
subscribe.
sell out if there's
Yeah, yeah.
sponsors
Yeah,
or
too.
whatnot.
Yeah.
Yes,
like,
yeah,
clearly
sponsor
you're
us.
not fucking doing it on your own, so we're just gonna goddamn tell you.
Yeah, some interaction. What colors are you guys? Do we sound like we made the right choices for colors? You probably know us better, being people on the internet. So
Yeah, the internet
Yeah.
is better.
Mhm.
yeah, the internet. So if you want to tell us in the
Always
comments,
do.
then go for it.
We are open. Fuckers.